It was a really eventful day, too, because we saw a lot of dominating victories by a couple teams we didn't expect.
Curse looks to make it 2-0 in the spring split.
Evil Geniuses picking up their first win of the North American LCS. EG looked a lot better. Dignitas looked a lot better as well.
Huge moves for Dignitas right there.
Dignitas just completely in control.
Voyboy standing out to me actually quite well. No one really knew if he was going to do well in the mid lane, but so far so good because Curse is undefeated.
Wow, Voyboy is just getting fed right now.
Voyboy is just unstoppable.
The big match for me today is TSM versus Curse. I think these teams are on pretty equal levels.
Dig versus C9. It's going to be really tough for C9 to drop a game. They seem unstoppable.
Cloud9 stays undefeated in the spring split of 2014.
Get ready for an awesome day 3 here at the NALCS. It's going to be some great games.
Ladies and gentlemen, to day 3 in our Super Week rollout of the 2014 North American League Championship Series Spring Split. We're coming to you live in front of this amazing studio audience here in the city of Los Angeles, and I am Rivington Bisson III along with Sam Kobe, Hartman Kensler. Today we've got 5 more matchups as teams try to climb their way up in the LCS standings.
And it all kicks off with Hotshot GG and CLG taking on a red-hot Curse.
And as a reminder, at the end of today's NALCS action, we have 2 more games in the NA Challenger Series as teams battle their way to get to the bigs.
The action has been exciting all weekend, and today promises to be no different.
Absolutely. First, let's send it over to the caster's desk where Freak and Jat are standing by to break down the day 3 action.
Thank you very much, Riv. I'm David Freak Turley. With me is Joshua Jat Leisman, and of course an amazing crowd.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. We're 2/3 of the way through our first Super Week, and let's get it underway.
It's going to be awesome, guys. So one of the bigger stories so far this weekend is actually Curse starting off really strong.
Yeah, they're 2-0 right now, which not too many people expected, maybe except for Curse, because they've come out strong with some unconventional picks in at least their second game. The Akali mid, the Pantheon jungle, it was nice to watch.
Yeah, it was fun. Of course, on the other side of the spectrum, though, Team Coast off to a disappointing start with 0-2.
Yeah, Coast has started a couple of these splits really rough. They were actually beaten by Dignitas in 31 minutes, even though their first game was very close against Curse. They have to pick it up today if they want to try to finish this Super Week on a good note.
Yeah, they're going to have to. And, of course, speaking of ending on a good note, Evil Geniuses finally picked up their first win last night when they took over CLG, but they've got another game to play today.
EG really took control of the game that time. They had a good early game, and then they were able to transition throughout the rest of it. And the top performer for them, really, was Inox in that win. He had struggled so much in the first 2 games of the split. Then he played a more conventional thing and did very well in game 3.
And it's funny, too, because Krepo said that when he was playing the, squishy carry top laners, he tended to really perform well in scrims. So we'll see if that's kind of a clutch thing here. But of course, we can't not mention Cloud9. They started 3-0. They're top of the North American League again. No surprise here for most people.
Yeah, Cloud9 always the dominant force since they joined North America last summer. And also yesterday, the games were really fast. We had a fast pacing in them. 31 minutes was the average game time for the North American games. And just for some comparison, the average game length in Europe was around 40 minutes. So the North American games definitely closing out a lot faster once teams take a lead.
Yeah, good job by these guys to keep that play going up, keeping it fast. Of course, let's take a look at the standings now. After our first 2 days, we can see where everyone stacks up. As we said, in first place is Cloud9, 3-0, and they're not slowing down yet.
And sitting in second with a clean 2-0 record is Curse, and in third place at 2-1 is Team Solo Mid.
And then there is a 4-way tie for 4th place, Counterlogic Gaming, Evil Geniuses, Team Dignitas, and XDG all there. And unfortunately, in last place is Team Coast, yet to pick up a win.
Yeah, it's tough for them.
It is. Oh, well. But we'll see if they can get themselves back on track. Now, of course, nothing stays the same forever today. We have 5 more games to shake things up, and that all starts with Counterlogic Gaming versus Curse.
Then it is Dignitas taking on Cloud9, followed by Coast looking for their first win when they face off against Evil Geniuses. And after that, of course, it's a classic matchup between TSM and Curse.
It's my match of the day to watch for, guys. It's going to be a fun one. Of course, closing out the day as well is going to be XDG versus Coast. And this is, again, a Coast team looking for their first win there. Now, guys, remember to head over to lolesports.com and let us know who you think is going to win today. Click on Matches in the top right, go to Week 1, and lock in your vote.
Yeah, and then head over to Twitter and let us know what you think. Today we're asking you, which LCS player has impacted your own game the most and how?
We are at LOL Esports. Be sure to use the hashtag